Hello YouTube, this is the Bucket coming at you today with my IWI Jericho 941. This is an imported gun with a steel frame, steel slide, steel barrel, double action, single action. These on the US market come with a safety, but some of them were made with a decocker. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the history of these guns. I'm going to talk to you about the importation, the specs, and how she performed at the range. So the 941 was first imported in 1990, but these guns were used by Israeli forces before the imported versions, and those usually came with aluminum frames and steel slides. In 1990, these started to get imported into the US. They were imported by a couple of different companies. One of them was branded the Uzi Eagle, and one of them was branded the Baby Eagle. I like the IWI ones. I like the stylishness of the slides. Like I said, you will find these guns. They will be double action, single action. Some of the rare ones will have a decocker, but most of them were just the safety versions. They shoot from a 16-round detachable box magazine. The overall length of these guns are 7.6 inches. The barrel length is 3.8 inches. The overall width is 1.5 inches. The overall height is 5.5 inches. And the weight with an unloaded magazine is 34.45 ounces. It is a heavy bird. They would usually come with plastic grips. When I got this gun, the person had put these really nice G10 grips on them. Makes it really, really nice. These guns fit great in the hands. They're just kind of natural pointers. I like the big, bright white 3-dot sights. They are dovetailed in, so you could change these out for night sights if you wanted to. So the name 941 comes from how they were initially imported. So the 941 comes with the idea that these guns were designed to be able to fire 9mm or 41 action express. And when they designed the cartridge, it came with a recessed rim. So all you'd have to do to change it from 9mm to 41 action express is to change out the barrel, the recoil spring, and put in a new magazine. And this gun could operate with multiple different calibers. Now the 941s that are imported did come in 9mm, 40, or 45. 41 Action Express was a cool, powerful cartridge, but the market in the US just wasn't going to support a new cartridge like 41 Action Express. It was too expensive and didn't really fit a unique enough niche. Again, they made these are the steel framed ones. They do make a polymer framed one, but this one's really designed to be a fun range gun. For personal protection, it would be really, really ideal for that. Carrying a 34-ounce pistol might not be super ideal. When these guns were initially made, they actually imported. So the CZ75 originally didn't have patent protection, and so Tanfoglio ended up copying the CZ75. And when IWI was going to start importing their pistols, they actually acquired a lot of their parts from the CZ75 clone made by Tanfoglio, and then they could adapt from there. So again, this is a cool gun. It's got some texturing on the front strap, on the back strap. If you got these nice G10 grips, again, they feel great in the hand. They have a Picatinny rail. They're just really, really nice guns. They only have slide serrations on the back, and with this being a CZ75 clone and the slide running inside the frame, this nice texturing really helps for manipulation of the slide, because there's nothing that you're going to grab onto from the front of this slide. I am going to show you how to disassemble the gun for cleaning and maintenance. So just like a CZ75, you're going to want to remove the slide, make sure that the gun is unloaded. You're going to match up these two marks right there on the slide and the frame. I like to grab a hold of it like this, turn it around, push that out. Now my gun's nice and oily. It'll come right out, and then you pull it right off the front. Now, when you look at the slide, you're going to see this non-captive recoil spring. It's really tight, so when you pull it out, it's going to want to jump on you a little bit. Now, what's a little different about it is this is actually, if you see right here, this is actually a cap. It'll slide out and then come right off, and you can actually remove this cap, and then you've got this dual spring along the recoil spring. Then you can pull out your barrel. You're going to see nice polished feed ramp, good rifling on it, just really, really high quality. The guy I got this from hadn't shot it a whole bunch, so it holds up. It's going to have the two lugs that's going to interface with the slide that it's milled, and you can just see that IWI just has really, really high quality standards. So when you reassemble the pistol, you're going to go ahead and you're going to put that in the top of it just like that, and then these lugs right here are going to fit in right here on your slide, and you could put that in and then it'll just slide forward. Now since you got this dual recoil spring, it is really tight, and so since it doesn't go full length, you got to make sure you get it into the top of this. Once you do that, then you just kind of got to get it in there, and it's gonna, this is the one problem with doing this on camera, is sometimes it doesn't want to work for you on camera. There you go. Once you put it in, it'll lock up and it'll look just like that. Let's get that in there nice and good. Then you marry it up to the frame. I like to get it right about here, and then the slide stop, slide release will go in. Kind of look at it and see exactly how it'll do. And it'll get in there. There you go. Don't want to mar the finish. Line it up just like that. Then you need to line these two dots back up, push it in, and do a function check. Put on your safety, make sure that that's engaged. Then you can go ahead, point that in a safe direction, put in your magazine, make sure the slide locks back, and you're ready for some more pew. Now, as far as shooting this big steel beast, this was an absolute pleasure to shoot at the range. I had one failure to eject, and that was from a little bit of limp wristing. I just wasn't really controlling that. I don't think that was the gun at all. It was just a blast to shoot, and I kind of got that really good accuracy that you want to see at 15 to 20 yards. As far as at 7 yards, this is my target. That's really good. That's a 3-inch circle right here, and it was a little bit to the left, but you know, I only put 200-300 rounds through it, so I'm sure if I put, you know, more and more rounds to it, I would get that more centered. But at 10 yards, that's really, really good accuracy. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that flyer was me. That wasn't the gun. Like I said, point of aim, point of impact, really easy to get there. That recoil coming straight back at you was really nice. I love these G10 grips. If you're thinking about picking one of these up, that extra texture is going to be really good. Something that you might want to think about. I know the plastic grips are a little bit slicker than what some people would like. This is definitely a great gun to take to the range. I would have no problem having this on my bedside table. It's just well put together. The Israelis know what they're doing as far as building firearms. They have a lot of practice with these. I think it's just a great firearm. So I had a great time bringing this to the channel. I want to thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. All the likes, the comments, the shares, they're really appreciated. And as always, you stay classy, YouTube. Little middle baby bucket. Do you want to live in California?
No!
Why?
Because I'm not a communist.